Hey everyone, have you ever found yourself saying yes when you really wanted to say no? Or maybe you're stuck doing something for someone else, wondering how you got there in the first place? Trust me, you're not alone. Today I'm taking on a challenge that I think we can all relate to: setting boundaries. Can I actually stick to them and make a real change in my relationships and at work? Well, we're about to find out. Boundaries are the unsung heroes of healthy relationships. Without them, you risk burnout, resentment, and losing yourself in the process of trying to please everyone else. But here's where it gets real. Can I actually enforce these boundaries when the pressure's on? Stay with me, because I'm about to put this to the test in ways you'll definitely recognize. And trust me, it won't be easy, because when you start setting boundaries, people will push back. How do you handle that? That's coming up, so stick around. So how do you actually set boundaries that people respect? The first step is getting clear on what you need. And yeah, it's easier said than done. Start by identifying what makes you uncomfortable or resentful. These feelings are often signs that a boundary needs to be set. For me, it was overcommitting at work and feeling drained by constant demands. Once you've pinpointed these areas, write them down. Seeing them on paper makes it real and gives you a clear roadmap for where changes need to happen. Next comes the tricky part: communicating these boundaries. It's essential to be clear and assertive, but also respectful. In my case, I had to tell a colleague that I couldn't take on their work anymore. I used I statements to keep the focus on my needs. I need to prioritize my current projects, so I won't be able to help with this. Practicing in front of a mirror might sound silly, but it really helps. It boosts your confidence and prepares you for real-life situations. The more you practice, the easier it gets to say no when you need to. Remember, setting boundaries isn't about pushing people away. It's about creating healthy space for yourself. It's normal to feel a bit awkward at first, but stick with it because protecting your time and energy is worth it. And trust me, it won't be easy, because when you start setting boundaries, people will push back. How do you handle that? That's coming up, so stick around. Here's where things get tough. When you set boundaries, not everyone will be happy about it. Some might try to guilt trip you or even ignore your requests altogether. The key here is to stay firm but calm. For example, if someone tries to push you to take on more than you can handle, repeat your boundary clearly. I understand you need help, but I have to stick to my current commitments. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that setting boundaries is about self-respect. It's not your job to make everyone happy. Your job is to take care of yourself, so you can be your best for others too. Here's the good news. When you stay consistent, people will start to respect your boundaries. It might take time, and there might be pushback, but eventually, they'll understand that you mean it. One of the most important parts of setting boundaries is remembering to prioritize your own needs and desires. It's not about being selfish. It's about ensuring that you're taking care of yourself so you can show up fully in your relationships. Think about what activities bring you joy and fulfillment. Whether it's a hobby, exercise, or just some quiet time to yourself, make sure these things are part of your routine. By prioritizing your needs, you'll be better equipped to set and maintain boundaries that support your well-being. If you've ever felt walked over or taken for granted, you're going to want to see how this plays out. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to take back control too. So did it work? Let me tell you, I'm already seeing some big changes. Not just in how others treat me, but in how I feel about myself, and that's the real win. For example, I've noticed that my workdays are less stressful now that I've set clear limits on what I can take on. And in my personal life, I feel more connected and respected by the people around me. Setting boundaries has helped me create a life that feels more balanced and fulfilling. And here's what I've learned. Setting boundaries isn't just about saying no to others, it's about saying yes to yourself. It's about creating a life that aligns with your values and needs, and that's incredibly empowering. If you've ever struggled with setting boundaries, now's the time to start. Think about one area in your life where you need to set a boundary. What's one small step you can take today? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Remember, Boundaries aren't barriers. They're bridges to healthier relationships and a happier you. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more tips on living your best life. Thanks for watching, and remember, you have the power to set the boundaries that work for you.